did not mention this. I'm a Belizean. My question is, do you think the implementation of the 9th Amendment will affect the relationship between Mexico and Belize?
I don't know if it will affect the relations, but I know it will affect Belizeans. Perhaps I should say something briefly about this 9th Amendment, since you've asked the question for the benefit of our audience. The government is proposing to amend the Constitution of Belize that would, in essence, amend it in such a way that any future amendments to the Constitution cannot be questioned in a court of law. Not even this particular amendment that they're proposing to pass now. Once this is passed, they're saying that it is final and absolute, and that in no way can it be challenged in a court of law. This is unprecedented in the history of Belize, certainly I would say in the history of most jurisprudence in the Commonwealth that I know of. It's a very dangerous amendment from the point of view that the fundamental rights and freedoms of Belizeans as set out in the Constitution could be changed overnight. Those rights could be taken away and the people would have no recourse to the courts, because that is the only way you can challenge an attack on your human rights by a government, by the state. That is to go to the courts to get rectification. In this case, they are using the excuse that the nationalization that they have put through already, they want to ensure that for ever and ever, the state will maintain a majority control of those nationalized utilities, the public utilities, the electricity and the telecommunications. That is one thing. But in order to achieve that, they are going totally further as well to say that even change in the fundamental rights and freedoms, looking at the amendments that they're proposing to Section 69 and Section 2 of the Constitution, those things cannot be challenged in a court of law on the grounds that it's unconstitutional. Like I said, it's a very dangerous thing, and in fact, in our view, and speaking for the opposition now, when you think about it, this is the first step towards moving towards a dictatorship, when a government can decree that this has to be the law and you cannot challenge it. Of course, they are saying, yes, you can always go to court, but what's the use of going to court if the law, if the Constitution that they are amending is saying that the court cannot interfere with that particular amendment or indeed with any future change to the Constitution. So yes, in that sense, I believe it could well, I think, let's put it this way, I believe countries like Mexico, the United States, and all freedom-loving peoples around the world, in our region and abroad, should take note of what is happening in Belize, because it's a very, to my mind, slippery slope that we're going down. We pride ourselves in Belize of having a strong democratic framework in place. We value very highly the rule of law. We say that no one is above the law, not the Prime Minister, not the Governor General, nobody. The law, the Constitution is the supreme law of Belize. So in other words, we are saying the Constitution is supreme, not the government. And that's a very important distinction. We cannot allow any government, whether it's our government or the one now in government, now in place, to believe that they have supremacy, that the parliament, because they have a big majority in the parliament, can pass any law despite the wishes of the people. This is what is being threatened at the moment.